All right, shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstone. Shalom to you, Akin, pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I'm kind of get straight into this one. I named it Ease Schemes, all right, will eventually bring persecution. And I want to play a few videos to show you what Esau is up to. And for the most part, we've been seeing it more, uh, more frequent this year is them employing or using this AI to bring about uh, certain outcomes. Now, this thing in particular is here. It says Israel's new AI surveillance tool. All right, targeting Palestinians. Okay, so they're using AI, but of course for going after their enemies. All right, because I guess this AI tool is its computing power allows it to basically go after data, or it has access to data. All right, and uh, it can pretty much search out talking points. Okay, and it can target you. All right, and so for the most part, this is what Esau is using this for, and of course he's going to use it to bring about persecution. All right, and this is how, of course, all right, this is how they're gonna, in a sense, come after the prophets. Anyone that comes against their new war order scheme is going to make it easy for them. All right, to just pinpoint and you know uh, go after individuals, especially if you speak against the status quo or against the establishment. All right, so I want to play these two videos, and I want to say fair use, fair use. All right, let's see here. Where's my fair use? All right, so there we go. I think this is it. Yeah. So here, fair use, fair use. All right. Um, just using this for educational purposes only, not monetizing. We're trying to get any monetary gain off of this. So I'm gonna play a few videos. All right, I'm gonna play this one. U.S. uses AI to deny visas to pro-Palestinians. All right, and we know that's a confrontation. All right, between you know, the real Amalekites. All right, and their enemies who they want to pretty much oust out of the Gaza Strip. All right, so this is how they're going after those who come against their agenda.
The United States is rolling out a new artificial intelligence driven crackdown on foreign nationals who show support for Palestine armed group Hamas or any other designated terror organization. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced the Catch and Revoke initiative, which aims to use AI to track and revoke visas of individuals deemed as a security threat. Well, this program reportedly involves scanning tens of thousands of student visas holders' social media accounts. American officials are looking for signs of pro-Hamas sentiments, particularly in posts made after the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel.
See, so they're using it for that. All right, and now keep in mind they've been using AI for Doge. All right, for this Department of Government Efficiency. Okay, so I thought that was quite alarming. All right, how they're using it for different, you know, uh, different schemes. I guess you could say, for lack of better words. Okay, because the ultimate plan is to, expand control, have control, and have their eyes and ears everywhere. Okay, and so this is going to be definitely an easy tool for them to use to do in doing so. All right, to consolidate control or expand control. All right, because ultimately this is his plan. Okay, is to heap unto himself all people. All right, and he needs that control. Okay, because again, you know, he's trying to reach a level of God and have this somewhat of a godlike complex. He does have so. it all kind of goes together. So here we go.
The AI system will flag individuals, and officials will also assess if their visas should be revoked or not. Beyond social media, the US government will review internal data sets to find foreign nationals who were previously arrested but remained in the country. Additionally, officials will analyze news reports of anti-Israel demonstrations and lawsuits filed by Jewish students to identify cases where foreign nationals allegedly engaged in anti-Semitic activities without facing repercussions. The initiative is a coordinated effort between the US State Department, the Department of Justice, and the Department of Homeland Security. Well, under America's Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952,
See,
the U.S. Secretary of State has broad authority to revoke visas if a foreign national is considered a potential threat.
right. So they can revoke your visa. All right. And they're using AI to, seek and search out these people who have those anti-Semitic, Shemitic, okay, rhetoric. All right. Now we know this is just a means, for greater implications. All right. There's, a greater agenda behind this whole thing. Okay. And so, and we're warned in it. We're warned by it in the scriptures. So a lot of people are not seeing this thing and how and what Esau is doing. This is imperative that you understand this devil. It's imperative that we understand the times that we live in. All right. So I do have a precept, which is Ephesians 5:15, as usual. Okay. Because if there were a time to be circumspect, these are the times now more than ever. All right. Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, meaning to see all around you. Okay. Not as fools, but as wise, because what? Okay, a fool won't redeem the time. The scriptures say the prudent, which is right here. Let me see. No. Yeah. Proverbs 22:3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. All right. And that's the whole point of all of this. All right. Foreseeing the evil coming. All right. So a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Okay. But the simple pass on and are punished. Okay. And so we're coming into a world where everything is going to be judged based on what you're going to be judged by the systems that they put in place. All right. And the AI systems, and they're going to have, of course, the establishment is going to have somewhat of, public opinion. All right. Like the primary opinion about how society is supposed to be ran. And if you speak against that, all right, they can flag you. They can, it's coming to the point where they're going to be using this as somewhat of or AI somewhat of a social credit system. Okay, to where the things you do and say, you're going to be either rewarded or punished for the things you say online. All right, and we can see that they're already using this. Okay. So what we're being told to walk circumspectly, meaning to see all the way, to see around us, what's going on around us in the world. All right. Not as a fool would, but as the wise, because the wise are foreseeing or they're prudent. All right. We use prudence. Okay. Meaning we can see far off into the future. We can see things that's coming ahead. All right. And a lot of Israelites are not prepared because, for them, this is time for them to essentially be in a mirthing type of festive spirit where everything is supposed to be fun, 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 fun. All right. They're not going to see, this man coming and how he's coming. All right. And we always say it's cool to be an Israelite now, but it's cool to put on your fringes now. But in the very near future, you're going to be a target. All right. You're going to be a target because this message that we hold, and the message that we hold is against the, this society and in the direction that they're going. Okay. Because they're going into this transhumanist, world where you're fusing yourself with technology. All right. And AI. Okay. For case in point, you have the brain chip all right, which Elon Musk is heading, all right. He's leading a charge on that, but you got other companies that's in that field where they're, you know, they're giving human beings brain chips, okay? And that chip is going to allow for you to do certain things that a normal human can't do, okay? Especially when it deals with technology, all right? So, yeah, man, and that's the world we're heading into. So the wise are going to see these things, okay? This is verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil, right? We live in evil times. So it's not time where we're playing. This is time for seriousness and complete genuineness and sincerity, all right, and calling on the Lord, all right, because it's going to get a whole lot more worse, okay? It's going to get a whole lot more worse. So as you can see, they're using AI to deny visas, being via, going on to these people who have ties to or have visas, going on their online accounts and seeing what they're saying. If they speak anything against the status quo, then they're gonna pretty much oust you. And we kind of can see how that's going to play when they implement, fully implement the image of the beast. Okay, as the scriptures say, it shall cause many, all right, who would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, and another word for killed is to be cut off. All right, here, and that's the NLT. All right. So Revelations 13 and 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And we know that image is icon, which really that image is the Roman Empire. But now it's essentially evolved into something else. All right, which is we live in the new Roman Empire, so to speak. All right, but within that framework or that image is a likeness. All right. Okay, is this beast, okay, reflecting the image of that ancient Roman Empire, but the world that we live in, which is a new world, the new Roman Empire, all right, it comes with all these stipulation, rules, and standards, okay, and the way they're going to be able to uphold this standard is through their AI, okay, all right, so I got this other video, okay, so Israel's new AI surveillance tool targeting Palestinians. So it's just more on it.
Our next story is from Israel. Its military is creating ChatGPT-like AI tool to target Palestinians. Yes, you heard that right. That's what Israel is doing at this point of time. Israel has compiled an extensive collection of intercepted Palestinian communications to make an artificial intelligence tool similar to ChatGPT, which it aims to use to enhance its espionage capabilities. According to investigative journalism done by The Guardian, along with Israeli-Palestinian publication Plus 972 magazine and the Hebrew outlet Local Call, the Israeli Army's Unit 8200 has programmed the AI tool to understand Arabic by using large amount of Palestinian phone calls and text messages.
See, so they're using AI for surveillance, to say the least. Okay. And of course, we know eventually they're going to use it to persecute. Okay. And that's going back to Revelations 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And as we see, it's pretty much unfolding. They are giving power to this thing, okay, all right, which holds a set of rules, a standard, okay, and it's actually playing as judge, jury, and prosecutor, so to speak, okay. And if your ideals are against the standard that it's programmed to uphold, they're going to be able to cut you off. Okay. All right. So for the word killed, here it says
Strong's G 615 apartino.
Apactino, all right, to kill in any way, whatever, to destroy, to allow to perish. So keep that in mind, all right, because you're hearing talks about we what we're witnessing is society about to change drastically. All right, they're gonna phase out the dollar. All right, and Elder just did a lesson on this. A brother posted Trump burning. All right, cash. Okay, which that's a symbolizes that they're gonna get rid of the dollar. All right, and it was in a magazine or something like that. I know I spelled it wrong, but yeah. Oops. Um, I can't find it. But yeah, man. There was a new photo that pretty much emerged where Trump energy kind of promotes natural gas. But nope. But basically, he's pushing for a digital currency. I don't know. I don't have my phone, so I can't look it up. Let's see here. Yeah, it says at Crypto Summit. This was 3 days ago. Trump says U.S. will be the Bitcoin superpower. Now, remember a few years back, he was talking about he was against Bitcoin and well, CBDCs, that he was going to make policies against it. But now, as we can see, all right, he changed his tune, all right, which a lot of politicians do, okay, because they're nothing but professional liars, okay, who are set up to deceive you, all right, to kind of lure you in and make it seem as though they're helping. As the scriptures say, two horns like a lamb, all right, which we speak about all the time. So I don't know why I can't find it, but anyway, yeah, just going back, man. All right. So they're gonna be able to cut you off anyway. All right, and they're gonna be able to seek out and see using AI as surveillance. Okay. Trump administration reportedly using AI to label target visa holders as pro Hamas. All right. And so when the boogeyman changes, when they choose another boogeyman, which later on down the line, of course, it's going to be the Israelites, because we're going to be to blame for all, civil unrest and because of the message that we're bringing, is going to bring persecution. Okay. And these are the things that we're warning you from, because ultimately Esau's agenda is to chip everyone. Okay. He's going to present this thing as if he's helping society, and that we're the ones that's holding society back. Okay, that's how it's going to be presented. Like they're the saviors, and of course, we're going into a new age. The age that we're in now is unsustainable. They got to get rid of the dollar. They got to get rid of everything that's causing the economy not to move efficiently. All right. And they're going to blame the dollar, and they're going to blame the victims. Okay. Who they've been, getting over on in this system. All right. Of theirs. Okay. So what else did I have? Okay. Let me see. You were going back to Ephesians 5 and 5. Well, let's see. 16. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. We're seeing this you know, these times are evil because what Esau is doing. Okay. Second Ezra goes into how, let me see. Second Ezra 9. All right. Let me see. 20. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril, meaning danger. All right. There was peril because of the devices that were coming to it. All right. And another word for device is essentially a scheme or a plan. Okay. And the scheme or plan that Esau has for the world is not conducive to, you know, to the longevity of it. Okay. So device here says intent. All right. So what their intentions, as we can see, is bringing in a technological age where they're phasing out, you know, the old way, you know, even the old way of how, you know, not just how people buy and sell, you know, how what money is. All right. They're phasing out what money actually is or what resources is. All right. And they're going to bring you into this digital age where, you know, essentially no one is going to have wealth but them. Okay. You know, and this is, this is very, very ill intended. All right. Okay. So it says, goes on to say a plan or design. All right. Literary composition. Okay. Division, separation, disposition, wish, desire. All right. Because this is exactly what it's going to bring as well. All right. It's a plan to bring division, separation. Okay. It's going to widen the gap of the rich, the super wealthy, and the poor. All right. And it's going to leave people to pretty much, it's going to cut off a lot of people, you know? And Esau, you know, ultimately they want to play as God, and they want to choose or have the choice who deserves to live and who deserves to, you know, to perish on. All right. So this thing that they got bringing, and we're letting you know, all right, it has, you know, really harmful implications behind it. So, you know, here I wanted to play this. It's
Wanted
not,
that?
it's somewhat on topic, all right, but it's just showing you, um, you know, what ultimately what this thing truly is to them. All right, Elon says Larry Page of Google wants to build a digital guy using AI. And the thing is, you're going to see a lot of them pump faking and chucking and jiving to make it seem like they're not a part of, you know, this whole scheme. All right. Employing AI because they're using it now. They're using it now with the Doge, right? They're using now with figuring out that they're using AIs for or surveillance. Okay. And of course, it's going to only get worse. All right. And it's going to bring all the ultimate persecution against you Israelites. All right. It says Elon says Larry Page of Google wants to build a digital guy. So Elon is trying to write it off on this guy, and you know, basically saying that he, you know, this guy is ignoring the guy that created or who was pushing this, you know, rhetoric of creating a digital guy. He's going to push it off on him as though, you know, he is, you know, he not paying attention to AI safety and all of this other stuff. And that's what the elites do. They try to, you know, push the narrative that they're against each other and that they're fighting against each other. But they're all in on it. Okay. So I just want to play a little bit of this, you know, a Lord willing is making sense. So
Yes. He's made many public statements over the years that the whole goal of Google is what's called AGI, artificial general intelligence or artificial superintelligence.
which the elders, you know, kind of broke this down, but I'll go into it again. All right. general intelligence. All right, which when you go into it, okay, it says here artificial general intelligence is a type of artificial intelligence that matches or surpasses human cognitive capabilities across a wide range of cognitive tasks. So we're actually seeing this play out with the Department of Government Efficiency. Okay, they're using AI or artificial general intelligence to essentially cut the cut parts of the government and jobs that are no longer efficient, or who they deem not longer efficient, for further use. Okay, that's why you're seeing a lot of federal workers, they're losing their jobs because what AI is going to take over their jobs. Okay, but AI is going to essentially take over everything, and that's what this is going into. Okay, because AI has the capability of surpassing human cognitive capabilities. Okay, so it says this contrasts with narrow AI, which is limited to specific tasks. Artificial superintelligence, on the other hand, refers to AGI that greatly exceeds human cognitive capabilities. Okay, and this is how Esau is moving. So it's important. It's imperative to see, what they're doing. Okay, and this is why we're going to have to prepare ourselves. All right, and the scriptures say what? Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, and the wiles, going to the word wiles, methodia, like methods.
Strong's G 3180, methodia. Methodia.
So cunning arts, deceit, craft, and trickery, because that's all this devil is bringing. That's whatever new innovative thing they bring into society, they're using it for nefarious, nefarious outcome. All right. So it's only deceit. All right, or trickery. Okay. So it says what? Put on the whole armor of the Most High. Okay, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So that's praying, fasting, because a lot of people are going to be tricked. All right. A lot of people are going to be lured into this scheme. All right. And they're going to fall for the okie-doke. Okay. So this is heavy because, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. All right. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So you got Esau on the left hand. All right. These the left hand, as some elders would put it, the left hand priesthood. Okay, they're setting up a wicked priesthood. All right, and they're gonna have a digital god to run, do all the thinking for them. Okay.
No, and I agree with him that there's great potential for good, but there's also potential for bad. And so if you've got some.
And that's what the world is going to witness, the bad part of it. All right. It's good for them because they can have that control and they can play God, but it's going to be bad for those that are on the other side.
Radical new technology, you want to try to take the set of actions that maximize probably it will do good and minimize probably it will do bad things.
Yes.
It can't just be hell for leather. Let's just go, barreling forward and, hope for the best. And then at one point, I said, well, what about, we're going to make sure humanity's okay here. And then he called me a speciesist.
Now, notice, all right, the guy he's saying that want to create this digital god is calling him a species because what he's essentially, quote unquote, he's for mankind. All right. So if he's for mankind, then him being a species would pretty much it's the opposite of what it's the opposite of what they're pushing, so to speak. Okay. All right. So he's saying this guy called him a speciesist. All right.
Did he use that term?
Yes. And there were witnesses. I wasn't the only one there when he called me a speciesist. And so I was like, okay.
Right. So you can pretty much figure out what they, their whole mindset. All right. It's really going against humanity. Okay. Okay. And this guy is acting like, that, he's on the other side, essentially he's, against, the harmful use of AI and whatever its potential. And really they're all in on it. Okay. Because they're all benefiting from it in some way or another. Okay. So going back to Ephesians 6 and 12, 6 and 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. All right. And the scriptures say what it says, pray that we enter not into, all right, temptation. Okay. Because it's going to be a lot, all right, of things that's going down in the near future. All right. And it's going to deceive many people. Okay. How they're going to set up this RFID chip. All right. How they're going to set up these systems and people opting into them. All right. Because it's going to be the new way. It's going to completely phase out the dollar. They're going to bring in the digital currencies. Right. And you're going to have to opt into their systems for you to be able to live and thrive. And ultimately, if you don't get the RFID chip, all right, you're not going to be able to participate in any of it. All right. So Matthew 26 and 41, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. All right. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right. So that's important. Okay. Because your flesh, and that's what Esau is going to do. He's going to play on the flesh. Okay. They're going to play on the flesh. All right. And they're going to, essentially come as some type of saviors. All right. So it says, right. So we're going to have to watch and pray, because those are going to be our main tools in the times to come. All right. Fasting, prayer. All right. Watching. Okay. That's what Israelites are supposed to be doing as of now. Okay. All right. Not having fun and making music videos and we're supposed to be teaching, man, keeping it simple. Okay.
That's it. Yes, I'm a speciesist. Okay. You got me.
Meaning species, meaning he's for the people, basically. All right. So in other words, the people that are pushing this digital god, they're not for the advancement of the human species, but the advancement of, this transhumanist agenda, making humans or merging humans with technology, which would mean you're going to have to get a chip. Okay. And this is what's going to upgrade, mankind in their eyes. Okay. So if you're with the natural way of things, all right, you're going to be an enemy. And that's how they're going to push this thing, man. Okay. So we know that now, they're using AI for surveillance, but of course they're going to employ it, which they have already employed it. All right. It's already working for them. But as we get closer and closer to the time, all right, they're going to use it to sort of kind of weed out the resistors. Okay. Those that don't want any part of their new world order. Okay. All right. So this is Psalms 56 and let me see here. All right. In 5, it says, every day they rest in my words. All right. All their thoughts are against me for evil. And another word for rest, I believe, is to fabricate. Okay. So they're going to make as the scripture say, they're going to make us an offender for a word. All right. So the Hebrew word here is itazab. All right. So to here it says grieve, displease, hurt, made, sorry, vexed, worship, rest. All right. To hurt, pain, grieve, displease. But it actually goes into, let me see. Oh, to shape or form. All right. To form, copy, fashion. All right. To shape, fashion, make, form, stretch into shape. All right. So I know it, and I believe it meant fabricate too. Oh, here we go. To fabricate, okay, or fashion. All right. So right now they got the ability to say anything that we say, they can say is anti-Shemitic. All right. They can say it's anti-Shemitic, okay, or Semitic, okay. And they can fabricate our words. They can make us an offender for a word. All right. So moving on, it says they gather themselves together, they hide themselves, they mark my steps when they wait for my soul. All right. Okay. So in other words, when they mark our steps, the word here is shamar, which is to keep, observe, heed, keeper, preserve, beware, mark. All right. So in case, so now you got social media, and everybody is pretty much on social media, and so that's how they use it. Whatever you are putting on social media, they'll be able to track you. All right. They'll be able to observe you. They'll be able to mark your steps. But we know, they did the same thing to the Lord. All right. Well, the high priest that persecuted him. All right. They kept his words. All right. And they tried to use his words against him. And of course, they're going to try to use our words against us. Okay. Because, our words are very detrimental to this place. All right. And the survival of this place. Okay. And that's why you got to understand what we're speaking is what they would call treason, but it's not really treason. It's us standing up against our oppressors. All right. It's us calling for justice. Okay. It's us crying out. All right. But our very message, that very song that we sing is against this place. So of course we're going to be marked for it. Okay. So, and it's important because, hey, when this deal goes down, a lot of Israelites are going to tell a lot. It's not going to be, it's not going to be fun to be an Israelite anymore in that time. Okay. So to watch, observe, it says to watch for, wait for, to keep, retain, right? And the Lord said, if they kept my words, they should also keep yours, roughly paraphrasing, So yeah, man, again, Lord willing, this lesson made sense. All right. I think that was it. Okay. All right. Let me see something.
It's funny, all these weights, they're just basically numbers in a comma separated value file. And that's our digital God, the CSV file. Not that funny.
Yeah, a bunch of weirdos, man. All right. I think this is it.
I don't know, except to say that by the time these lawsuits are decided, we'll have digital God. So that's digital God at that point.
So it's important to understand what they mean by this. What do they mean by this? All right. And they're referring to the AI systems that they're using to do various things. All right. Okay. To get all the data and to use it to pretty much, do certain tasks. And those tasks could be, cut off the inefficient portion of workers, so we can, have, and that's what's happening now with the Doge, so we can have a more efficient economy. It could be they're going to use it, and they're going to set a task for it to inadvertently go after everyone that speaks against the system. Okay. So yeah, man. That was pretty much it. Just tidbit information. All right. Hey, Shalom Zakwanya Bashmal Shabakata, Shalom Naba, But yeah, man, that's just one of the things you can be on the lookout for. All right. Because it's gonna be a detriment, and so next time, I'm going to end this lesson and say Yabashim Yashab Brakathum. Ain't the water for tuning in. Until next time, I say Shalom.